What's up, guys? Glad to be here. Welcome to today's Power Life Pro Tactical Tuesday training. I'm going to go into a number of different things tonight. First, I want to actually welcome everyone here. I'm going to open up the tab, make sure you guys can hear me and see me on a browser tab here. Looks like you can, which is perfect. If you're here, drop a comment. Let us know you're here. Good to have you here, Shelly. Some of the comments are actually a little bit of delay on them, so I'll check them out in just a bit. What I'm going to go over today with you guys is a little bit of the comp plan. You know, a little bit of how to structure your team with the sales that you bring on board. And I think that'll help a lot of people on the team because I don't know if there's a full understanding of the different ways that you actually can build your team and the different options that you have with doing that. And then also the amount of income that you are able to make here by sharing the water and doing what we do, right? Letting other people know about the water and also making sales with the water bar machines, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna go over some other stuff as well. We got some more, okay, cool. Monica, glad to have you here as always. Rob, good to have you here. George, good to have you here. Awesome, guys. So I'm going to dive right into it. If you guys have any questions while we actually, while I'm doing the training, feel free to drop your question in the comments section, and I'll be more than glad to answer it for you. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to set up my screen here for a moment, and I'm going to actually open up, I use Glyphy. I'll share my screen with you guys so you can see this. Let me just make this a little full size so that you guys can see everything. And okay, cool. And then what we'll do is actually, I'm gonna go into a little bit of Facebook chat. I'm gonna go into a little bit of what I actually do on a daily basis with other people and getting them started, and how you can do that as well, utilizing Facebook and, you know, creating your audience. Because the truth of the matter is, guys, is you're creating your own list on Facebook. Right, we're always talking about an email list and things of that nature, but the truth is that you're creating your own email list. You're creating your own list by actually having friends on Facebook and having that community. That's a list right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up very simply for you guys, and let's actually see what we can do here. So I'm going to draw it out very simply for you guys. This is your position when you come on board. Obviously, you're on board, but I'm just so this is you, right? So with that being said, you may have come on board with 1, 2, or even 3 positions. So the 3 positions is important because it actually is required for you to rank up, right? So let's just say you actually started with 1 position on the team, or right, 1 position, let's start with that. And you start building your team. You obviously want to place those positions, those sales, right under your main position, right? So first sale would be right under there. The second sale would be right there. Whoops, excuse me. And your third sale would be there. Now, what you could also do is actually make your third sale a 2A. Now, the only way you could rank up is if you actually have 2 main positions to your top position, right? So right here, for example, this is called your 1A, okay? This is a 1A leg. That's all you're able to do when you first get started, is a 1A leg. So in order to get to the next level or the next rank, which is 2A, you would actually have to have 2 1A legs first. So this would have to be over here as well, right, as a 1A, okay? So that's why having the 3 positions is powerful. Now, you can actually continue growing your team down here if you didn't have that 3rd position there, or even the second, right? Because every sale that you place direct to you is considered a 1A. It doesn't have to, you don't have to purchase this spot right here, right? I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. You don't have to purchase that spot yourself. Some of you do, I recommend it. Just giving you different examples here. So like I said, if this is your position here on the top, you could continue placing new sales deep, right? And continue going down. You'll earn all the way to 8 positions, you know, deep, right? 8 points. And then you can start placing sales on the sides of these as well. Or what I like to recommend is building an organization of 20 sales and then creating another leg called the 4A, right? Your 4A rank. So how that would look is like this. Let's say you came on board with 2 positions. That's the bare minimum that I do recommend. I mean, there are some people on this that come on board with 1 position and that's all you could do. And that's fine, although you're missing out on the double commission. So at any point during this training, if you decide, hey, you know what, I want to add another position to my organization, I would highly encourage you to do that. Even if, let's say you started with 1 position and you got 2 sales here, then place that next sale of yours right underneath so that you'll benefit from everything else that you do moving forward, right, downwards. Because once the positions are in, they're in. You can't like sneak one in, you know, above the sales that you got so far. But let's say you got two positions, right? Let's just say this is U1A, okay? And from there, you want to, you know, use the strategy that I train as well on my end with my team, and then also I do myself. So you want to have 20 sales in your organization. So what that would look like is we have, this counts as a sale, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 4 sales, right? Then you would have 5. And let me just zoom out a little bit just so we have more space here. 6, let me just make that a little cleaner, right? You know what, I'll just copy and paste it. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing right here is just pretending that, you know, you're actually placing the sales straight down, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see. You always want to count the points from the bottom, from the sale, and then upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so you would actually get paid on that sale from your top position, which is cool. So then what happens is, you know, you really don't want to go much deeper because you want to earn on the sales that you're bringing on board, right? We're working with an 8-point compensation structure, so you want to make sure you're getting paid on everything you're doing, especially the sales that you're placing, of course, right? So when that happens and you say, you know what, I don't want to place another position deeper than this at the moment, I want to start going wide because you want the sales to count towards your 8 points. And also, guys, this actually, it plays a part also with your rank. So anything past the 8 points won't count towards your rank. So you want to make sure you got all the sales close to you, right? So what does that mean? So that means that you could actually place another sale like right there if you wanted to, right? I'll just draw a quick line, right? Another one could go on this side, and the same thing for all the rest. So let's actually draw it out just as an example so that you guys can see what 20 sales looks like. And you know what I always do, guys, is I like to place sales underneath my teammates, you know, to get them a little bit motivated. They see that, you know, sales are coming in as well. I'm still benefiting from the sale as also. So it's not like it's taking commissions away. Now, if you have somebody who's a builder, you may want to create a new leg and have that person close to you. If it's a customer, somebody who's just interested in the product, then you are a little bit more lenient with placing them, you know, somewhere else. So these are just examples that I'm doing here, guys. So if I wanted to place another sale under this position, right, and then I draw another one here. So what I'll do is I'll just do this until we have the 20 sales. What do we have so far, guys? We have 8 straight down, right? And then 9, 10, 11, 12. And then just to make this a little quicker, I'll do 13, 14, 15. And keep in mind, guys, you do have the option to, you know, rank up before the 4A. I just feel it works really well because once you actually build your organization to 20 sales, you know, you have a solid, you know, team that you're building here. right? And you have enough people as well that you've helped out with some sales, and that's pretty cool too. If you jump right into creating new legs, then not much of your team has been helped with any sales. And then also, I mean, you are making quicker commissions because it's all direct to you, so to say. But for the long term, for example, if you are aiming to hit 6A2, and the reason why I don't just say 6A and I jump to 6A2 is because to hit 6A2, you have to have 2 legs that are a 6A. So if you focus on that from the beginning, let's say it's your 1A leg and your 4A leg, then it works really well. And again, you could do that for any leg. It's just, I'll share something with you in just a moment that you'll realize the higher ranked legs do pay you more, of course, because you are able to fit more positions in a lower ranked leg that qualify you within your 8 points. Okay, so what do we got here? We got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right? And again, guys, you don't have to place the positions here. You could place the sales anywhere you like, right? For example, if I wanted to put this one, connected to this sale, I could. But this is just for example purposes, right? So now we have 20 sales there. And in order to rank up, again, you have to have another 1A leg, right? You cannot create a 4A leg yet. So what happens is you want to either place a customer in this leg right here, direct to you, either a customer or your own position, right? If you want to purchase an Anespa, that could be your Anespa if you have a machine and an Ukon, right? Or it could be a customer. Because you may not want to build under this leg. You can, this will be your second 1A leg. You can build under that, of course, although you want to rank up too, right? So with building this leg, and your goal is to get this 1A leg to a 6A position, and then opening up a new rank, right? It'll be over here. Since you have that 1A there, again, that could be your own purchase or a customer. I put a customer here. If it's your own purchase, I would recommend going with an Anespa if you're not going to build underneath that, because with a machine position, if you do build underneath that, any Ukon sales you're not going to earn from, right? So you're going to be missing out on Ukon commissions. What I do is for any new leg that I open it up with an Ukon, right? But that's moving forward after this second 1A leg, right? Because you're going to build this first leg, and then the second one you're pretty much opening up so that you could qualify to get ranked to the next one. So this would be a 4A, right? If you did not have this position, you can't go to 4A, you can't go to 2A, you can't go to 3A. You got to have 2 1A legs first. So now we have the 1A leg here and the 1A leg here. That's where the trifecta comes in play, where you get that done in the beginning. It's already set. You got it there. You're enjoying your Anespa and the products. And then once you're ready to rank up, you don't have to worry about opening up that third position or that second 1A leg in order to rank up. Does that make sense, guys? So now we're at 4A. What I encourage you to do is, obviously, you're going to be building this leg and continue going. And the thing is that you're going to have people on your team, for example, that are builders, right? And they start going out and bringing people on board as well, which helps that leg also. Your rank is going to be based on your sales as well as their sales, as long as it's within 8 points. Now, on a 1A leg, you can qualify for up to 254 positions that qualify within 8 points. Okay, so what does that mean? If you actually broke down, how many positions you're able to qualify for and get paid for in a 1A leg, it's 254. Okay. So, you keep going wide and wide and you add them all up, that's your number. So that's pretty cool, right? At first I thought, well, it's an 8-point compensation structure. I could only get paid on 8 points deep. I wasn't really thinking the wideness too, right? Going wide and creating another position here, right? Because for example, if this position is right here, how the pay would work is this person would get 1 point and this position would get 1 point and this position would get 1 point, right? Now, so the points are added up from the sale and you start adding upwards, right? So if the sale was here, it would be 1 point, another point, another point, another point, right? Another point, another point, another point, right? So that came out to like 7 points, if I'm not mistaken, all divided up. Now, if this position was ranked up to a 2A, then this would be 2 points, and then this would be 1 point, 1 point, 1.1. You guys with me? So it does depend on the rank of the position. What helps me to understand the comp plan the easiest is to picture every single position as if it's its own position, which it really is. Just a lot of times we look at a position and we're like, well, why is this position this? Or what rank is this at? If you actually are looking at a position like this one right here, picture this position as the only thing that you see and everything underneath it, right? Because that's what determines where the position is at. So for example, this position, being that it has the two 1As, this right here made it a 4A. So this is technically a 4A right here, okay? That's the rank for this, right? Because you ranked up to a 4A. Now, this position by itself would be considered, you know, a 1A as well. And I don't want to lose you guys on that. It's only because this position's goal is to rank this top position to the next rank, right? So you'll get paid 4 points from this leg, but this by itself, this position by itself is a 1A. Does that make sense? But this position was used to create you to rank up to a 4A, right? Because you have 20 sales, and this is the 21st sale. So we'll just put 4A there just for easier explanation. You guys understand. So, you know, and then what happens is continuing to build your organization, you would actually place, you know, another sale under your 4A. So what I do and what I train on is don't focus on building your 4A for all the sales moving forward. What I would encourage you to do is continue placing sales in your 1A leg because you want to build that to a 6A. And then on the and then once you actually have that in place and you're building this one up to 6A, you keep going. Once in a while, place another sale in your 4A leg, right? Not like consistent, but once in a while. All right, you know what? I want some extra money. Let me place this another position in my 4A, right? So you're kind of like alternating. But like 75% build your 1A and then 25% build the 4A. What that does is actually helping you to get to a 6A faster on this leg, but then also make some money. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. On your 4A leg. Does that make sense, guys? Let me just zoom back out. So for example, if you sold a K8 and this one, right? Let's say this was a K8. What you would make on that is 340 times, what happens is, a K8 sales right there, right? So this position by itself, if we were just considering just a box alone, would get you 1 point. Even though it's a 4A leg, remember this position is placed here to rank this one up to a 4A. So this position right here would get 1 point, and this position on top would get 4 points. So by opening up this 4A leg, you actually are earning 5 points together on this K8 sale. So what you would make in total is 340 times 5. You would make $1,700 on that, just that one sale. So the money is very, very lucrative and really, really good. And with that being said, it actually, you know, allows you to realistically build your 1A leg mainly, and then once in a while place a sale in your 4A leg so that you make some really good money. On the 1As, you know, it's not going to be so much money you're making on it. You know, although, you know, it is still very lucrative with the money. I mean, a K8 sale on a 1A leg, if you have two positions, would be 340 plus 340, right? Because you make $340 on each point for a K8. So you'd make $680 on just one position here if this was a K8, right? Or any sale that both of these positions are within your 8 points. Does that make sense, guys? So the money is really good. I'm sure you guys are seeing that. I really encourage you to focus on the big goal, which is, you know, becoming a 6A2. Like I said, to do that, you have to have two separate legs that are a 6A. So if you get this 1A leg to 101 sales, that would make you a 6A on this leg, right? And that includes sales of your team as well as your own personal sales all together, as long as it's within 8 points. And then if you get this 4A leg to a 6A, that would be really good as well, because then that would rank your top position up to a 6A2. I'm actually close to hitting that. I have an organization where, you know, I have about three or four different legs that are about to hit 6A, right? So what happens is as you're continuing to grow, and let's say, even with adding more sales moving forward, you're placing once in a while a sale in the 4A leg, and you're making some really good money there. Once you hit 51 sales in your organization, you could open up another leg for a 5A if you wanted to. And what I encourage you to do is with this 4A leg, I missed saying this, with this 4A leg, you want to make sure you purchase your own position, okay? Because if you don't purchase your own position, then you're not taking advantage of the double commissions, right? Because if this sale was not yours, and let's say this was a K8 sale, you would only make 4 points because it's a 4A leg. But being that you own this position right here, you'll earn a point for this position and 4 points from this, so you're actually making more money, right? So by having this extra position here, you're actually making more money. And then also, if this position was not yours, then you would not earn on UConn sales. Every leg has to have its own UConn position to earn on the UConn sales. Okay, so what I do is every leg that I open up, right, if this is a 5A, I would purchase my own position. I own all the top positions in my organization, and then I build from there, right? Because at the end of the day, when this position has, let's say, close to or 100 sales, that means that this position is really close to ranking up too. So you're actually helping your own organization, your own positions too, to get multiple ranks, multiple title incentive bonuses, and so much more, just by that one concept of owning your own positions when you open up a leg, right? Now you might think, well, Robert, do I got to open up an UConn for every single leg? You don't have to, but I encourage you to, because at that point, listen, at a 5A leg, guys, I mean, let's draw a box over here. If you get a K8 sale in the 5A leg, and how I would do that is, when you hit your 51 sales between your 1A and your 4A, then you open up a 5A if you'd like, and then even less than the 4A, place another sale there for for quick money, so to say, to make some quick commissions, and then go back and focus on, building your team. And obviously while you're doing all this, you're helping your team build as well, and, help to get to, right? That's the main goal, is help to get to. Keep it simple. So for example, if there was a K8 sale in your 5A leg, what that means is, again, this position by itself would pay you 1 point, but then this would pay you 5 points, right? Because this would be a 5A position now, right? That got you 5 points because you're a 5A now with 51 sales. I'm not going to draw them all out, guys, but you understand. So with a K8 sale and a 5A leg, what you're going to do is this position would get you 1 point, right? So we're going to do, that's 340, right? Know that by heart, 340. And then this position will get you the 5 points. So you do 340 times 5, right? So you're gonna get 1 point here and 5 there. So I'm gonna do 340 times 6, because in reality, when you open up this 5A leg, you're actually getting the 6 points as if you're a 6A, because you got the 1 point here and the 5 there. So you're getting 6 points without even being a 6A. Same with the 4A. You're getting paid a 5A by only being a 4A technically over here, right? So that's the benefit of also having a second position in every new leg. All right, so with that being said, let me actually just calculate that out for a second there. 340 times 6 is 2040. So you're making $2,040 on that one position there. And let's say that person wants to double their commissions too. Whoops, and they get an UConn. Let me just change this back. It looks like it changed that accidentally. What I have there? U, and I guess I'll just put machine there. Oh, I know what I had there. I had the rank there, right? Okay, 5A. So if they had the UConn, obviously the UConn pays $40 per point. So 40 times, you're going to get 1 point here and 5 there. That's 6 points, would pay you $240. So that would pay you $240, and that would pay you, I think, close to over $2,000, right? So $2,300 for one sale on a 5A leg, I mean, is really good, guys. So with that money that comes in, you'll be able to take care of your bills and do things like that. And then you could focus on, all right, let me just place some more sales here. Let me focus back on getting this 1A leg to 6A, to hitting 100 sales. So once you do get that, and you have 101 sales, and it's not only this leg, guys, it's all of your legs collectively. So if you have 75 sales in here and you got 20 sales in your 4A, and then 5 sales in your 5A, well, that next sale is going to open up your 6A. So you don't have to have 101 sales in your 1A leg. You can have that, it's total. It's total. Everything under the position you want to rank up. So once you open up a 6A, you got that there, and you're making more money, guys. So I hope this is making sense. It's a pretty simple way to break it down. There are different ways you can build, but this is actually, I think, the one that makes the most sense, where it helps your team to grow as well. It's making you money also. It's looking for the long term as far as having 2 6A legs. I mean, listen, with a 6A leg here, guys, you can create this leg to be a 6A as well, as far as like 101 sales underneath it. And what happens is with your legs, guys, you can always open up new legs, right? So you could open up as many 6As as you want. I mean, if you wanted to open up another 4A or 5A, you could do that too. It makes most sense if you're at a 6A level to open up as many 6As as, moving forward. So let's say you have somebody that comes on board and they're a builder, right? You may say, man, I got this builder that's coming on board. I want this builder close to me. So I want to put them on the as close to me as possible. I want to put them right there. Let's say you have a customer, right, that comes on board. Then that's a position that you may want to help someone else in your team, put it right under that person that bought the K8. What that does too, honestly, guys, it actually secures the K8 sale in a way. Because, listen, the machines that we buy are very valuable. They are pricey as far as, high ticket is what I mean. They should be more expensive because of the value that they give and the benefits of it. Although what happens is when you place a sale and there's someone who purchased a K8 or something like that, they get pretty excited when they get a check in the mail, right? They're like, wow, my investment is even more worth it. So that's one avenue to place a sale, is kind of secure your K8 sale. So that person, obviously is like, okay, I like this and this is cool. And then also what happens is that person may only be a customer too, and then they see a check come in and they may want to start sharing it and making money too. So that, and again, guys, you're going to get paid the same amount of commissions if you place this one right above that person and direct to this, or right underneath. So it makes most sense to place it right underneath that person, so they get paid as well. Okay, I'm going to go over here to the Google Hangout just to see if you guys have any questions, and then I'm going to go over some Facebook chat. I'll go over some different strategies with you guys. Let me know if this is making sense to you. This is it could be a very complex comp plan, although it could be broken down very simply as well, guys. And once you got it, to an understanding of focusing on building your team, and your main goal is to have 2 6A legs, right? Your first goal is to build that 1A leg so that you could have 20 sales in there to open up your 4A leg, right? And then the next thing is, all right, let me continue building the 1A leg, get this to a 6A. And then, because what happens is once you get this to a 6A, right, let's put 6A there. It has 101 sales, let's say, in that leg. And let's say your 4A, this leg, becomes a 6A, right, because of the count that it has in there. Well, what happens is then you become a 6A2, right? And what happens when you're a 6A2, you'll earn monthly and quarterly bonuses. And then once you're a 6A2-3, right, meaning you have 3 6A legs, you get, some more incentives. You actually get a monthly, bonus every month on the month moving forward. You'll get, $5,000 a month from the company, and then every month, right? So that's on top of machine and Ukon sales. Let me go to the Google Hangout. Let's see what we got going on here. Let me just bring this down. Oh, you know what? Let me go to the actual page where you guys have, where we have the Hangout right now, so I can see if you guys have any questions. Take this few seconds that I'm actually using to open up the page to ask your question in the comments, and I'll be right there to check your comments. I'm just gonna open this up right here, and then let's see what's going on here, guys. I'm excited to be here with you guys. Hope you guys are getting some value. Really want you to understand this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, the online auto dialer, Rob, we're gonna actually be talking about that more in Vegas. We actually did release it to the team. As far as actually, utilizing it, we're gonna release some more stuff as well. We released it to, if I'm not mistaken, the whole team. We did release it to a big part of the team, and you should have received an email regarding that. And we're going to get more into it on the Vegas event for our private Power Life Pro training. So I did the trifecta with 2 Ukons. Should I just bring under that or set up a second Ukon? Okay, so you did a trifecta with 2 Ukons. Should you just build under that or set up a second Ukon? So Rob, just to make sure I'm understanding you, you came on board with a trifecta with 2 Ukons. So that means that, this is you, right? And your 2 positions underneath it are an Ukon. Is that what I'm understanding? And then you're asking if you should purchase another Ukon, right, to set up a second Ukon, or set up a second Ukon. I'm not really, I did a trifecta with 2 Ukons, okay. Should I just build under that or set up a second Ukon? Let me see if you said something else here. Yes, okay. So yeah, if you came on board with 2 Ukons, that's fine, Rob. You would actually, I mean, you're able to build under those 2 Ukons, sure. I mean, if you decide, guys, that you want your 2 1A legs to be the 2 legs that you get to 6A, that's powerful. Do that. There's no problem with that. What I always encourage, though, is that you want to make to make more money as well as you're doing that, is open up your future legs here. When you get your 2 1A legs, let's say, and you're building your 2 1A legs to 20 sales collectively, then open up a 4A leg and say, you know what, I'm building these 2 legs, but once in a while, I'm going to place a sale on my 4A leg because I want to make some big commission there, right? A big commission. So I kind of look at the higher ranked legs as more of like, all right, you know what, if I need some money or whatever the case is, I want to make some extra commissions, boom, let me place that sale right there. I'll make a nice commission, and then I could continue building, my 1A legs here. So it's really looking for the long term, doing it that way. So great question, Rob. I hope I answered it. Let me go back over here to the questions. Wide is the way to go. Well, here it is, Rob. Wide is more like short term, so to say, and fast money, right? So if you place sales on okay. So if you meant wide as far as you opening up your own positions for new sales, then that's quick money because you're continuing to open up new sales and it's direct to your positions. So you're going to get paid on this position really quick, right? With the check is cut the next day, and then this one would be 10 days because it's an indirect sale. But if you meant like wide as far as like, all right, I'm building my 1A legs and now I'm going wide in those positions, yes, that's the best way to go because you want to make sure all the sales that you're bringing on board are within your 8 points. So if you place the sale, let's say over here, this one you would not get paid for it. You won't get compensated. Why? Because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this one would actually pay you on the bottom position, but it would not reach your top position. So you'll get paid on this one if you did decide to place one more sale there. But I wouldn't encourage it because you rather put this somewhere where you're going to get paid on both the positions. So for example, let me just put here, you would get paid paid only on bottom position, right? Only on your bottom position. That's what I mean there. And then over here, the next one, I would put no pay, right? There's no pay on that one for you. Now, once you hit a 6A, you'll actually earn $200 on all the sales that pass your 8 points, okay? So that's pretty cool too, because once your team starts building, you might say, man, I wanted to benefit from the sales they're bringing in. And let's say this person, right here brings in a sale. Well, you're not going to get paid on it unless you're a 6A. So obviously you can't control, for the most part, what other people are doing and how they're building their organization, because they're going to place it right underneath their position. But you can control the sales that you bring on board. And you could advise your team as well, and give them advice or have them here on the tactical trainings where they'll learn about this. Let me go back over to the questions. Hope I'm answering them for you guys thoroughly. Where are we? Do I have this minimized? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see. How many sales make it to a 2A? Natasha, you only need 3 sales to make it to a 2A. That's it. So if let's say you own all 3 sales, like your trifecta, your next position could be a 2A. Okay, so it's 1, 2, and that third sale would be your 2A. Now, if you only own 2 positions, well, then you would just have to get, one sale, and you would either place it as your second 1A, because remember, you have to have 2 1As in order to rank to the next level or move up in rank. Okay, so that third sale or that third sale would either be placed direct to the position you want to rank up, which is this top position, or you can actually buy it yourself and purchase your own second 1A position, and then purchase your 2A position. Okay. Hope that helps. Let's see what else we got here. Build on the one UConn or both. Build on the one UConn or both. Well, with your situation, Rob, you said you have 2 UConns underneath your top position. I would say build under both. I mean, there's no harm in that, because here's the thing. When you have an UConn as a position that you're not going to build on, then that's another $580 you're going to be paying every 4 months. So if I'm going to be paying $580 every 4 months on a position, I rather make sure that I'm going to make money on that leg. Okay, so sometimes you might think, Robert, you got an UConn in every position, man. That's a lot of money that you're putting out there. Well, you also got to consider the rank up of those UConn leg right back. I mean, you're actually getting paid on the actual position you put there. For an UConn at a 4A leg, you're getting paid on that position right here. So let's say you open up the 5A leg with an UConn. Right here, this position is going to get paid 5 points for that sale. So what is that? 40 times 5, that's $200. So you paid $580 to get this UConn, but you got $200 back. You really paid $380, and then you start building a sale. I memean, it so surpasses the amount of money you're paying for that one position. I mean, one K8 sale could pay, 2 4-month payments of a UConn. So it's well worth it. Now, if you have the 2 UConns and you're not going to build underneath that UConn, then it's that money that's going out every 4 months. So I would rather, and I would encourage you to build under both, so that you're actually making your money back on that. Or if you have not purchased your third position yet, and I'm not speaking to Rob because he had purchased his 2 UConns. This is why I encourage the third position to be an Anespa. So this would be a machine, an UConn, and then an Anespa, because at least this position, it's doing its job by filling in that second 1A leg you need. But then again, you're not paying every 4 months on that. I'd rather see you, have this position in place. And if you're not going to build under that 1A, then at least open up the new one to rank up with an UConn. And the reason why I always say open up with an UConn, not a machine, is because UConn will make commissions on machines and UConn sales. If you put a machine here, let's say, hey, I want to buy another K8. Well, then you're not going to earn any UConn sales in that leg, right? Because this is a machine here, and then this would be a machine too. That's not going to work. So you want to have an UConn on every new leg that you build. Again, guys, if you're looking at this and saying, Robert, I don't know if I want to, purchase each UConn, you got to keep in mind, you're making money as you're doing this, right? It's not just saying lay out the money. You're making money from all these sales here to open up that 4A leg when you do that here. And then once you make this sale, you're already getting paid on that UConn sale because of your top position. You're getting paid on that sale that you purchased. So I hope that helps. Thanks, Rob. I'm glad to know that's a good answer. Hope that helped. What I'm going to do now, guys, is, and feel free to continue asking questions about the comp plan, how it works, things of that nature. This is pretty much it in a nutshell, guys. And you want to continue building and then, working up the ranks and helping your teammates to get to the next rank as well. Right, helping to get to and continue going from there. So yeah, continue asking questions if you have on the comp plan, and I'll get back to them as well. Awesome, great info. I'm booked for the Friday meeting with PLP in Vegas. Can I get more info on the auto dialer before the meeting? Rob, you actually you might be able to, as far as an email that you were sent. Check your emails regarding that. But we are definitely going to go deep into it in Vegas. We're pretty close. It's about 2 weeks away. Time flies. So with that said, guys, what I want to do over here is I actually do want to message a few random people, because a lot of times what happens is, you actually say to yourself, well, Rob, and all the other leaders on the team, I hear you, how you're saying, how do you get sales? You just talk to people and you go from there. I feel like it's really important for you guys to see something like that live So, what I'll do is actually, with, various people that I haven't messaged yet, I'll check the message first, and I'll just message a few to really show you how this works, starting from scratch. A lot of times I'm hearing on the team, can I, how exactly do you do that? And we do have scripts and everything. Although this is what I do as well, guys. I practice what I preach. So here I said, great to connect. I see a thumbs up. They seen the message. They didn't respond. I'd say, I'd just kick it off again, and I'd say, hope all is well, Tristan, right? Something like that, just to kick it off again, and go from there. I wouldn't wait for a response for a message, guys, because your time is valuable. So you want to actually message multiple people at a time, connecting with people. And you can utilize this same concept when you're actually text messaging on your phone. Don't wait for that person to get back to you on a text message. Continue actually messaging other people as well. Let me just make sure you guys could still see my screen. Yeah, you can. Okay, great. So what happens is, as you're actually messaging people, you're going to get, you're going to wait on some messages, as far as like they're not going to come in right away. Some of them are. Here's an answer from Wanda. Hi, Robert. How's it going? New baby, happy family. I see all the posts. Doing well. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Right? How is all going on your end? How is all going on your end? Something simple, guys. Keep your responses short, simple. Ask a question. Build a little bit of credibility in the beginning. She obviously sees my posts. That's another thing that you want to do, guys, is be active on your account. Post, different things as well. Facebook Live videos, different things, guys, that show people that you are a real person. I mean, my daughter, my wife there, my best friends, right? Let people connect with you more than, I see a lot of posts as well, guys, on Facebook pages that are all shared posts. I really don't encourage you to share posts, guys. When you share a post, you're not going to get much engagement on it because it's coming from another source. Okay, so you want to actually put your own posts in there, because Facebook's algorithm works in a way that listen, Facebook is a very personal place, right? Where you're sharing your family and different things. Some pictures where you're actually, half naked. You see over here, I'm laying with Samantha there. This is a place where you're going to post things that are personal. And so why I say that is because Facebook wants to actually see that you are doing that, and they'll give those, they'll give those posts more juice, so to say, more edge rank, rather than, I see some Facebook accounts that are all shared posts. Another thing that's a challenge with, guys, is the fact that when people come to your Facebook timeline and they're looking to see, hey, can I learn about Robert? Let me see what he's up to. Let me see, his family and what's going on here, and what does he got do, all these different things. Then if they see only shares, they're not getting to know you. And when you go to message them and say, great to connect, they really don't know much about you. So it really, guys, listen, I know we're not supposed to judge people, although that's what happens on a daily basis. People look at your account and they judge you by what they see, right? I mean, my main, Facebook pic here, wanted to give that professional look, the entrepreneur look, obviously, clean, right? A nice picture of myself so you could see me there. Another great idea to have here, guys, that I'm going to do here shortly, is you can actually make a video, post here. The video has to be 7 seconds long, right? It can't be any longer, 7 seconds or shorter. And what you do is you click on update profile picture, and then it'll actually give you a choice to actually take a photo, or you can actually set it up from your phone. Here it doesn't show the actual setting here because I'm on the computer, but if you go from the phone and you click on upload profile pic from your phone, it'll give you the option to upload a video, right? So what you do is you record a quick video, and maybe you're waving in the camera to get the person's attention, and you're just saying, hey, thank you so much for coming to my profile here. I wanted to introduce myself, and I'm anything that I'm please feel free to look around and at my posts, anything I could do to help you to have more success, or just become a friend, let me know and send me a message. Just something short like that, so that when they see you, waving or something, then it catches their attention. They click it, they hear it, and they get to know you more on a personal level. Okay, I have to update mine. It's just a picture right now. But a great idea, a great tip is to have a short video there. People connect a lot with video, guys. It's the second closest thing, or the first closest thing, other than seeing somebody in person. Then over here, I got my car there and different things. So when people see that, this is me working from home, right? And this is my office. So, put something interesting on your cover photo so that people could relate and kind of connect with you, or because this is a great conversation starter, right? You may have something, in your life that is a great conversation starter too. So anyway, let me go over here to the, actually these chats. She says, good, I am trading futures these days, got burnt out on the internet marketing and not promoting Empower any longer. So she's involved with another company. She's not promoting it anymore. How about you? Are you still at it? Hey, Wanda, yeah, I would say I'm actually working. Here we go. See, because listen, guys, when you're having a conversation with people, you are the one in control of the conversation, right? So you gear where you want the conversation to go. Right now, I have the choice. I could go deep into what she's talking about, right, with the previous company, or I don't have to. And I could. My main intention is to get her started with eMagic and become a member of the Power Life Pro and get her her machine as well. So with that in mind, the intention, I'm gonna next say I aligned myself with a new company, that works around Kangen water. Are you familiar with Kangen water? Okay. So what that does, guys, that message right there, I'm gearing the conversation directly into showing her what Kangen water is. So it's simple responses that will get you great results with working online. Now, Will here didn't answer. I wouldn't jump to the gun and send him another message. Well, maybe you can, although you want to give people a chance to answer too. Here, because he has seen it, I'll say, how are things on your end? Because what happens is a lot of times people will get a message that just hey or hi. You might get some yourself, and a lot of times it's not really, it's people with fake accounts. So you want to give it a little touch. How are things on your end? Now, what I would do to make space down here is I would exit out of that window, and I give myself some more room for other messages, right, and more conversations. Tony didn't see it yet. I closed it for now. I'm doing pretty good, thanks. Here's the next thing I would say. Oh, well, that's great to hear. Do you also work from home or not yet? Do you also work from home? Or you could just say, do you also work from home? So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm asking questions to get more information on them. I want to find out about them. What's going on in their life? Is it something that they need help with? How can I serve them? See, I don't want to come off as, here's my link, join me now. It's not effective, guys. You got to look at the long term as well as building relationships, getting to know the people, and they'll feel a lot more comfortable with buying a machine from you and doing business with you. All right, so as these are going, I would open up another conversation. I don't wait on conversations, guys. I'm not gonna, put my bets that Wanda's gonna come on board, right? That's the thing that happens a lot. We put our chips, so to say, on, oh, this person's definitely gonna come on board. I'm gonna focus on this person. The truth is, guys, the one that you think is gonna come on board won't, and the one you don't think is gonna come on board will. So you got to leverage your time and open up as many conversations as possible. He says, yep, are you an affiliate marketer? What I would respond is, I do affiliate marketing. Is that what you're mainly focused on? Because see, I want the questions to go back to this person, right? They'll ask questions, you kind of throw it back at them. Is that what you're mainly focused on, right? And another thing that I would say is, I do, yeah, that's fine. I do affiliate marketing. Is that what you're mainly focused on? Because I want to find out about him. Yes, I was sent information from Dave Sharp. It sounded great until I did some research. Says the science is not with the process. So these are real responses that you're going to get from people, guys. So hey, there's nothing wrong with me being totally transparent. This is what happens. So let's see what I would say here. I was sent information from Dave Sharp. Oh, oh, okay. Dave and I work together. It sounded great until I did some research. It says the science is not with the process. These days, Wanda, you know, you really have to make sure the research you do is from an accurate source. And even with that said, there are a lot of sites that will encourage or share, or let me see, that will share negative feedback about a topic only to get those viewers on their page. So guys, I don't know if you've ever seen that. There are websites out there, plenty of them, that say, oh, this is no good, or this is no good. And then when you click into it, because that's what they're looking for the people trying to find something wrong with something, and then they're selling that exact product. So that's one avenue. Now, there are some people legitimately out there that, you know, they talk nonsense about a certain thing, and that's what happens with anything, guys. I mean, as great as Mother Teresa is, and peaceful, and you know, pure, right? People say negative things about her, and, you know, religion, and everybody's got their own opinion. So, you know, this kind of tells me that she's on the edge of, you know, that may obviously be a reason that she's not on board yet, so on and so forth. So I want to kind of overcome that, but I don't want to take too much time on that conversation either. As of now, yes, but I haven't been active with it in the past. Okay, so now here I could just kick it right into Kangen water. Oh, okay. Are you familiar with Kangen water? Guys, the thing about this question is you could really kick it in almost in any part of the conversation without sounding too salesy. Here it makes sense because with Kangen water, if he's doing affiliate marketing, he obviously likes promoting other things that will actually make him commissions. So if they're able to share a water bar machine and make commissions from it, then why not, right? So let's see, I think we have a message here from Will. I'm doing okay, actually, from the looks of everything. It looks pretty good on yours. Thanks, I appreciate that. Samantha Angel is here with us in the world, here, or I was gonna say is here in the world with us, here in the world with us. And it truly brings, and she truly brings a lot of happiness, I'll say. And she truly brings us a lot of happiness. What is moving and shaking on your end, right? It's just kind of saying, what's up? What are you doing on your end? I'm engaging in conversation, finding out about you, right? Just quick, thank you. This is, you know, I'm happy and things like that. Not familiar with it entirely, but I've heard about it in my news feed. Okay. Watch this. So here I would say, okay. Or I would say, oh, okay, gotcha. And then what I would do, let me share something quick with you. Let me share a quick video with you. Let me share a quick video with you. Guys, are you noticing that I didn't ask a question to share a video with him? Let me share a quick video with you about it. And then what I would do is I would actually go to my, let me minimize this. Where's my other page here? Oh, is this it? No, that's not it. Where are we? Let me open up a new tab. Is that what I got to do? Okay, File, New Tab. And then what I'll do is actually go to Imagic and then the 12-minute video, copy the link. I have it already set there. The Power of Kangen Water in 12 minutes, guys. You could go to the Power Life Pro YouTube channel and you'll be able to get that video too. It's really effective. I like it, so I use it. So what I'm going to do is he says, sounds good. I paste that link right in there, the video demo, and I'm going to say, watch that short video and message me right after. Guys, you have to feel confident to tell people what to do. People in this world, they are already used to being told what to do, right? From the jobs they're at with their bosses or, you know, any other situation. So you got to be assertive in a professional way and simply like that. Watch that short video, message me right after. And the reason why I send it, you know, to the demo first and then the Power Life Pro video afterwards is because I kind of want a quick micro commitment. I want to see what they think about it, what's their feedback, get them excited about it, and then show them the business side. You can also send them directly to the Power Life Pro video and then, you know, set up a follow-up time, which I would do following this video. And again, you could do it directly as well. I do change it up. There are times that I'll send the Power Life Pro video directly, and then there are times I'll just send the demo first and then go from there. Yep, I know, but I thought if I was finding the stuff, others will find it and not buy for that reason. Plus, I really like what I'm doing. Some of my close friends are pulling 1,000 a day trading futures, and I don't need a recruit, just read the charts myself. I wish you the best with it, though. I still love all you guys. So here, I could see she's leaning towards, all right, I'm not interested. I'm doing my thing. I'm not really going to join, right? But there is still room to actually, getting her started. Here's what I would say. If I actually believed the same thing in the beginning when I first got started, I wouldn't have hundreds of people on board with me thus far. Now, I know your response might be different. You could actually say, if I actually believe that, if I believe the same thing that she believed, that other people are going to see that information too, and then not join or not believe it, then she wouldn't have success. That's her belief right now. It's a limiting belief she has. So unlocking that limiting belief and helping her to realize, if I actually believed the same thing in the beginning when I first got started, if I actually believed the same thing in the beginning when I first got started, then I wouldn't have hundreds of people on board with me so far. And then I would say, let me see, if I actually believed the same thing in the beginning when I first got started, then I wouldn't have hundreds. Wanda, I would say, I'm going to be straight up, or Wanda, you and I know that anything you do in business or life, you'll surely find positives and the negatives of anything, right? Most of the time, they are pure opinions of others. Then I could say, let me see, most of the time they are pure opinions of others. Now, another thing she brought up was the fact that she's doing well there. She's not really into recruiting. If you're excited about what you're doing, what you're currently doing, that's great. You could simply purchase a machine for your own benefit and health and not do the business side, right? Because guys, we don't necessarily have to have everybody. And then I would say, does that make sense? With a smiley face, right? Add a little good energy to it, positive energy. That's what that smile does, right? Kind of brightens up the conversation a little bit, not like a battle back and forth, like I'm right, you're right, I'm right. You don't want to give that feeling either, but you want to state, certain points. I said, if you're excited about, what you're doing, that's great. Compliment it. You could simply purchase a machine for your own benefit and health and not do the business side. Does that make sense? Yes, Robert, but you also have the advantage of people who have bought with you before. I never got many supporters with my previous company, so no followers. What if I shared a way with you? See, I tell you guys, a lot of people think that I've become a 6A because I got a big following and different things. I mean, listen, the truth is that is part of it, because obviously I built relationships and the like and trust with people. So they do feel comfortable coming on board with me with something. But the truth is I didn't email my list once, and it was solely, I didn't do any demos or anything. I simply did Facebook chat with everybody to become a 6, until I got up to a 6A. What if I shared a way with you where, oh, you know what? Here's what I would say. Here's the thing, Wanda. With the comp plan Mini Magic, you would actually benefit from the sales that I bring on board. In other words, you would leverage the following that I have. In addition to that, there's training in the team back office that shows you exactly how to bring others on board with absolutely no, from scratch. Bring others on board from scratch. Little she knows at the moment that I'm actually doing that with her. But who knows, if she comes on board and buys a machine, she'll see this afterwards and said, wow, you did the same thing with me, Robert. Hey man, no offense, but I'm not into promoting any affiliate products right now. I'm currently working on a business with a couple of other millionaires, and I want to incorporate affiliate marketing into our business, which is why I said I'm getting more into it. I'm not into promoting any affiliate products right now. I'm currently working with a couple of, and I want to incorporate affiliate marketing into our business. Here's what I would say, because it doesn't even look like he watched the video with that type of response. I would just say, sure, that's understandable. Because I'm not going to try to sell him on something that he doesn't want to do anyway or doesn't understand. I'll just kind of agree with him, and I'll say something. You know, I would actually like your feedback on the video, on the product in the video. Did you already watch it? Did you already watch it or not yet? Right, I'd say something like that. Sure, that's understandable. I would actually, I should say actually appreciate. So just to fix that, boom. Or actually, yeah, that's good. Your feedback on the product in the video, did you already watch it or not yet? I have training coming out of my ear. LOL, burnt out, man. Well, here's the thing, Wanda. And guys, I'm just being real with you guys and showing you this is what I do. Here's the thing, Wanda, and every one of you can do the same thing. Here's the thing, Wanda. There is good training out there, and there is training that totally is no good. And most of it out there is no good. Or let me just say a lot of it. Because there is a lot of good training out there in the marketplace, but there's also a lot of garbage too, and a lot of it is not too good. Let's just put it like that. And a lot of it is not too good. Would you agree? Would you agree? Because there, I'm actually asking a question to get another yes out of her. See, on a subconscious level, the more yeses you get from others, it actually helps as well. So guys, don't count on a sale happening right here. I'm not counting on the sale with Wanda. There's a chance this might be another conversation continued tomorrow, the next day, and you know, to get her on board. And same thing with every conversation. There are some people that are excited right when they see a quick demo video, and they're like, how do I get one of these? And you got somebody on board. There are other times where you got to work the person a little bit. So yeah, guys, you know, be excited about the conversations too. Actually in the shower rotation for the kiddos, but just working on getting better on the marketing side. So see right here, he's actually asking for help. Without saying it, he's asking for help on the marketing side. So actually in shower rotation for the kiddos, okay, gotcha, but just working on getting better on the marketing side. Gotcha, Will. You know, let me see, gotcha, Will. I would be more than glad to help you with the marketing side. And guys, anybody could say this. You could say this too. I'm making sure that I'm saying things that are only things that you could say as well. And the reason why you could say that as well is because you could refer him to the training inside the Power Life Pro back office. You don't have to be the one that's good at the marketing side, but you could still say that and then refer somebody to something that's really good. So gotcha, Will. I would be more than glad to help you with the marketing side. Are you open to working together? Guys, that's another key question. I hope you're taking notes. Are you open to working together? That kind of opens up their door to say, yeah, you know, let me explore the possibilities. What do you got? He said, I have not, but only because I'm not really interested. How do you know what you're not interested in if you haven't watched it? This is, you know, where I have a lot of fun with people, guys. I have not, but only because I'm not really interested. Not really interested in what exactly? I'm simply asking for your feedback on the product, and if you feel you know anyone, if you know, let me see, feedback on the product in case you may know anyone else that can benefit from it, right? Let's not even make it about him anymore. Anyone else that could benefit from it. You know, that's the thing, guys. You get some responses that are a little silly and people are not interested. Normally, I would actually exit out. If, you know, you watching this, you know, like if you're doing this conversation, you may want to just exit out and go to the next person. Me, I have a lot of experience as far as with chat. So I know how to totally turn it around and know for sure if it's a total waste, you know, and if there's a way to save it and see if there's anything that could come out of it. But I would always end the conversation in a good note as well, like keep rocking and rolling, doing what you do, you know, do what you do, and you know, look forward to connecting and stay in touch. And okay, so my previous company had good training. At least I thought so. I just want to trade. I don't need a village to make it work, just me. Sounds good, Wanda. Let's go with the idea that I mentioned above then. You get a machine for yourself and your health, right? Watch this. And then by doing that, you will have a position where I can place some of my future sales under your position, but which you would get paid on. I'm gonna say, see what I mean? So, and guys, you know, you could actually work your words around, and it's just a conversation with some people. Okay, so not interested in Congo Warren. It's 11 minutes long, and I'm a little busy right now. Sounds good, brother. All the best. Stay in touch. Let me know how I can help. And I just say that to be positive. You know, there's a lot of other things you could say to somebody who doesn't want to give you 11 minutes to check something out, and they're too busy for it. But, you know, he may check it out at a later time. So that's a complete waste at this point. I'm going to exit out and not continue that conversation. So that would be that example. Let me go over to the chat here. And if you guys have any questions on rebuttals or certain things that you might be getting, I'm totally open to helping with that. Let me see. Let me go over here. Where are you guys? Oh, you're right here. Okay, let's see. 10 new comments. Okay, let's check this out. So does that mean in each new leg, we need to purchase another UConn? I thought there was a limit of 3 to 5 positions. Shelly, so what happens is if you actually registered with your social security number, you are actually limited to 3 UConn positions and 3 machine positions in each leg. So your first 1A leg could have 3 UConn and 3 machines if you wanted to, of all your name. Then your second 1A leg could have the same thing, 3 UConn, 3 machines. Then your 2A or your 3A or your 4, every leg is its own leg, and you can have 3 UConns of your own in your name and 3 machines. Now, if you came on board with an EIN number, business tax ID, then you're allowed to have up to 5 positions of UConn and 5 positions of machines in each leg. That's how powerful it is. So yes, I would encourage you to purchase a new UConn in every new leg that you build, that you open up as a rank, and then build underneath it. Now, let's say you're a 6A, and then you're like, well, do I have to do that for every new position if I put a position direct to me? Of course not. You don't have to, especially if it's a customer. If it's a builder, then you want to do that so that you benefit from that extra position that much more. This is so awesome. How can you answer in so many inlines? When your chat is on, how can you answer to so many in line? Well, Monica, it's a great question. I mean, it's leverage. I appreciate you. You know, you simply have those windows open on the bottom, and you know, you kind of just go to each conversation. That's what I love about Facebook chat. There's no time limit on when you actually have to answer the person back, right? On the phone, it's a little different because you're on the phone. You got to answer, you know, and you're live on the phone. With chat, it's when you answer, you get back to that message, right? There's no like, oh, you didn't answer in 5 minutes. Where are you? You know, something like that. So that's what I like about the chat. Guys, you could still, you know, implement the same thing for text messaging as well. And then with phone calls, it's a little different, like I said. But it works, you know, the same way, more or less, right? Some of the things are the same concept. So a leg that you start with a machine does not get paid on the UConn sales. Exactly, Monique. So, well, it depends on your bottom position. So if you have a leg, oh, I see what you're saying, a new leg that you start with a machine, right? So if your original leg, your first position is a machine and you have an UConn underneath it that you own, then yes, you'll get paid on the UConn sales because you have that UConn position. If you start a new leg with only a machine, then no, that will not get paid on UConn sales. That's why, you know, it is good to get your second 1A leg as an ANESPA so that, you know, you're not paying every 4 months for that position because you're not really going to build under that. Unless you are, you want to put an UConn underneath that, right? So, but instead of doing that, because, you know, some people on this already obviously have your positions on, you know, on board. So there are different ways that you could still, you know, move forward with building. Great stuff. Thanks, Shajid. Good to have you here. I have one machine position, had to start off small, okay. If I make a trifecta sale of, say, a K8, SD501, and an Anespa, would this count as 3 sales? Would this rank me up to 2A? Kenneth, it would, but I do not see an UConn inside of your combination here. So I wouldn't really recommend this combination if you're actually going with the trifecta setup, because all the sales that you place on any one of these positions, you're not going to earn on the UConn sales, and that's your residual income, okay? So with this combination, I would say do the K8, do the Anespa, and do an UConn, okay? Leave the SD501 for a later time if you're planning on, you know, giving that to somebody or whatever. I would say get a machine, right? You have one machine position, had to start off small, okay, that's fine. You know, you may already have the K8, right? So whatever machine you have, I would get the Anespa and the UConn for your other 2 positions. Because again, the Anespa is taking part of another part of your life, right? When you're showering, when you're washing up, when you're washing your face, all that stuff. You know, the water bar machine is taking care of when you're drinking the water. Does that make sense? So, and then also you have another product to share with other people that you talk about. You can, you know, own something that you say, listen, this is also a great product. Guys, you're going to have teammates that are on board that they're going to start with a machine, later on discover the Anespa and want to buy it, right? So if you own it yourself, you could give them, you know, advice on what you'd like about it, so on and so forth. That's why even for the UConn positions, I always get a combination of the T and the actual capsules, right? Because I'm not only going to think about what I want. Maybe for the first UConn, I got what I want. You know, if you favor capsules, get that. If you favor T, get that. But moving forward, get the combination of both, because with the UConn, you know, positions that you open up that are direct to your top position, right, for every new leg, you want to be able to experience both products, the T and the capsule, so that you could give advice and know about it as well. And then you have another option to give to prospects. See, guys, this is valuable stuff because you can actually utilize the UConn, the little boxes, or maybe even the little, you know, inserts that are inside the little bags inside the box, to give those out. The 8-point system, do we receive all 8 points once a machine is sold, or 1 point per sale? So Sajid, it depends on the positions above the sale. So if you make a sale, let's say in your organization, and every position above it is only a 1A, then every position above it would only get 1 point. If, let's say, 3 of those positions are 1 point, and then there's a 2A, that person would get 2 points, and then everything else is 1. So it really depends on what rank the position above that sale is in, okay? There is a way to get all 8 points once you're at a 6A or even a 5A, to actually create another position of your own, and then you're collecting all 8 points. So I hope that helps. You don't collect all 8 points right away. It does depend on your rank on the position. This is so good. What a great way to prospect. Thanks, Monica. Appreciate you. Super cool, Robert. Thank you. What do we got here? What would you say to people who overanalyze the product or its scientific effects, like the details of the filters or intricacies of the alkaline environment in your stomach? The intricacies of the alkaline environment in your stomach. So what I would say, overanalyzation usually causes people not to start anything or do anything. So what I would say is, I would leave that person with maybe a little bit of information, or give them the advice that there's a lot to learn about the product. Although when you have a product that has been approved by, you know, the health industries in Japan, and the machine is actually used in hospitals, it had to go through a lot of approvals and certifications and different things like that for it to get there. So you could either continue to research and find out all the different scientific effects and all the great things about the product, which will take you days, weeks, maybe even months, or we can actually get you a machine now. You could benefit from the water and actually experience it yourself also, and learn as you're actually utilizing it as well. Does that make sense? Something like that, I would say. You know, the details of the filters or intricacies of the alkaline environment. Yeah, so, you know, the more detailed you get with somebody, the more in a hole you're kind of getting as well, where you got to get really, you know, more knowledge and more. I would keep it very simple, and let them know what I said. You know, you could see, and then there are some people that actually want to learn about the product, but even when they want to learn about the product, I'll also keep it simple too. You know, I'll let them know, listen, this is a product that is a high of value. There's a lot of health benefits to it. I mean, there's a lot that you could look into and research and find out about it. Although, you know, let's take the time to do that in actually getting you started. This is a company that's been around for 40 plus years, and they have a number of different certifications. One thing that I would do is send them to the link with all the certifications from Enagic. So if you go to enagic.com, that kind of, you know, helps them out a lot of times, because what I'll do is I'll go to google.com and search for it, Enagic certifications. And that, whoops, sorry about that, certification, there we go, okay. So then that the second one there, right, certifications. Or you could go to enagic.com/technology_certificates.php. So this is all the certificates of the company, which is very impressive. And sending them this, I mean, they could read up on all these certifications and view them, the licenses. I mean, this doesn't just come out of the blue sky. They, you know, registrations, copyright, Water Quality Association member. The main reason why they're actually looking into the product and overanalyzing, so to say, they want to make sure that it's real and that it does what it says it does. So by showing them something like this too, and they could get some basic information here on the maintenance and the products, and at least you're sending them to a site that is about Enagic, right? Well, sometimes you don't actually want to just say, hey, look it up on Google, although there is a lot of information on Google, you know, that will help support this as well and help out. But if you send them directly to the company site, certificates, that may help also. And then there's a certain point, if people continue to overanalyze, you know, like I said, don't stay stuck on somebody. Keep going, keep talking to other people while you're actually, you know, talking to that person too. Oh, okay, wow, good. Okay, glad, Shelly, you got that. Okay, cool. Interesting exchange in the chat area, Robert. I appreciate seeing the way you work through some of those nice touch. Thanks, Ryan, I really appreciate it. Feel like that would really help. Great gifts as well. Sure thing. Just out of curiosity, with so many UConn positions, what are you doing with all the extra pills? Well, what I do, Tim, is first of all, I'll have all of them as combination UConn. So it wouldn't be only pills, it wouldn't be only tea, it would be the combination UConns. And then I actually would hand them out. Like my mail lady, she comes by, and I actually give her, yeah, exactly, Shelly. You could give us extra gifts or samples and sell boxes. Well, I wouldn't actually sell the boxes individually, because that isn't compliant, although I would actually give them out. You know, give them out as gifts or samples. There are a ton of health, yeah, exactly, great health benefits. So, you know, we don't want to sell any of the products, guys, the way that, you know, the company doesn't sell them, because the more you do that, you're actually hurting yourself as well, because when they want to actually get the UConn and you're continuing to, you know, let's say sell a box or something, then what happens is you're not going to actually have them ever purchase the UConn, right? So the main goal is you want to actually encourage them to purchase the UConn, and that conversation would go, they don't sell them separately, it's a 4-month supply, because that's a good amount of time for you to actually intake the pills or the capsules and you to see the results and feel it. So it only makes sense that way. You know, I'm giving you the samples as a gift, or, you know, just so you could try it out and see how you like it. And if you feel any different with that little bit of a sample, but let's get you the UConn position. So I hope that makes sense, guys. So let me go back over here to the chat, and then I'll see if there's any other questions. We'll close this out at about 10:30, guys. So another couple of minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I hope you're getting value out of tonight as well. I did want to, you know, I went over the comp plan with you and a little bit of understanding of how you can make a lot of money here, guys, and how conversations actually happen. So let's see what happens here. LOL, I'll let you know when that's possible. I have other fish to fry right now. LOL, you are a very good salesman. I'm impressed. I'll keep you in mind should I change my mind. All right, have a nice evening. So what I would say here, I could see she's offline. I don't see the green dot. So I'm not going to go too crazy and you know, doing much here, right? So I look at a lot of things, right? She doesn't have the green, you know, symbol there showing that she's online, so she most likely logged off. I mean, that's what that means. So I would say, let me see. I'll let you know when that's possible. I have other fish to fry right now. Let me see. You are a very good salesman. I'm impressed. I keep you in mind. Should I change my mind? Have a nice evening. Sounds great, Wanda. Sounds great, Wanda. By the way, have you ever watched the short demo video of the Kangen water? So I'll just leave that message there. Even though she said have a nice evening, I'm not going to expect a response back. But the reason why I want to ask that question is because I don't want this conversation to close on, if I change my mind, I'll keep you, you know, in mind. Guys, I'll never get a message back from her. She's not going to change her mind, you know, just out of the clear blue sky for the most part. So I want to keep that conversation going and keep it open, because little by little, by showing her more about the water, she'll see the benefits. So I'm just doing little things like, have you ever watched the short demo video of the Kangen water? She may say no, and then I could send her the link to that quick video, and she may say, wow, I didn't know it did this. So there's a lot of different possibilities. You know, don't let anybody ever close it out on you. You kind of, you keep the conversation going in a professional way. Obviously, you don't want to, you know, totally make it sound like you're just being rude about it. You want to be, you know, cool about it. So anyway, I'm going to close her out. Let me check some of these other ones here. He gave me a thumbs up. Oh, okay. You're on the chat. You're on the training. Good to have you here, brother. Let me just minimize the other chats here. Let me see what else we got going on. But you guys, oh, here we go. Okay, so this guy said, thanks, man, you too. So we kept that, you know, window open, so to say. And let's see what else. So guys, there's a lot of different ways that you could have conversations, and I would just keep going. I mean, there are so many people on your Facebook. And here's the thing. You know, you could actually start friending people on Facebook, guys. So when you see your friend requests, you know, always confirm them as well. And then when you're looking through the list of friend requests here where Facebook shows you, I would encourage you to add at least 20 to 30 in the beginning of your day and 20 to 30 at the end of your day. All right. And this is how you build an audience on Facebook. So 39 mutual friends, I'm going to add her as a friend. Some of these other ones, I just have one mutual friend. I'm going to stay away from that. Okay. So Randy, 183 mutual friends. You know, your numbers may be different, but I would say anyone that has more than 5 mutual friends, you know, is a good person to add. Right. And then you just go down the list, guys, and add people that are there, right? 97 mutual friends, 45 mutual friends, 164 mutual friends, 79 mutual friends, 234, 88, right? 133, 149, so 17, right? So I do like a couple of these, and then what happens is, guys, you're building new relationships with people, because these are all people that could actually get started. I mean, everybody drinks water. You say you don't have anybody to talk to. Well, then, you know, add some people on Facebook. How are you? Right? Something simple, nice. Hello, how are you? And then, you know, you're going to start building your audience, guys. I'm at, you know, 3946. This is a new account. I maxed out another one with 5,000. And, you know, I'm building this one now. So that's how it works, guys. I mean, these simple conversations that you have, fabulous. Do you also work from home? I do the same thing over and over, guys, and this is how I bring people on board all day, all day, all day. And I encourage my team to do the same thing. Do you also work from home? So we'll go with this conversation here, guys. We'll see where it takes us, and then we'll close out. I'm going to check the questions again in just a bit. So if you do have questions, I know we have some more comments that already came in. Well, you know what? I'll answer those actually while that person is answering. Yes, great value. Thanks, Shelly. Thank you very much for answering my question. Our question, really good answer. Agreed. I will send them a demo plus certifications. Great, Monica. Thanks, very informative. The UConn here is Canada's $100. So will this put me in the place to earn double commissions? Sajid, the UConn in Canada is the same price that it is in US. The only thing is, when you're looking it up on the site, the Enagic site, you don't want to order it from the Enagic site. For some reason, like if I go to store here, and then I go to switch to Canada shop, I know what you're referring to. If you go to supplements, the UConn, it only shows you this one here. What you want to do, what you want to do is actually fill out a paper app, okay? You want to fill out a paper app for the UConn, okay? So what happens is you go to distributors, right? You go to document, you're going to log in first, make sure you're logged in. Go to document download, right? Go to Canada, English forms, and then you're going to go to the UConn DD application. Okay, go there. Once this opens up, click the top right corner and then order your UConn from the form. For some reason, they don't have that option on the site, but do it with a paper app. And this is the UConn that you always want to get, the 580, right? And if you're, you don't have, obviously you have a position right now, but if it's your first position, it would be 660. Everything after that would be 580 because you get an $80 discount, excuse me. So that's how you would handle that. You don't want to get the one that's from the site. That wouldn't count the same way. Let's see what Todd said here. I work from wherever I am. Great. What do you do? Right? So all I'm asking, guys, is questions here, finding out information, going with their responses, and then jumping in right there and saying, are you familiar with Kangen water? See, and guys, look, as I'm adding friends, people accept the friend request as well. All right, so I'm building. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you guys, with your posts, when you post something on Facebook, you get, as much engagement as you get, whether it's a couple of likes, a couple of comments, one comment or one like or hundreds, whatever. What I would encourage you to do is click on the, the people that liked your picture. And if you're already friends with them, great. If there are people that you're not friends with, then add them as a friend. You usually see the ones that aren't friends at the end, right, of the amount of people that engaged. Oh, so here we go, see? So I would add these friends because they liked my picture. And what I would do for those people, I would actually right-click, open a new tab, These are all people that engaged in my picture, my post. So they got some, something about my picture they liked, and I wanna get to know them a little bit, right? So I would engage with them. So I would go to Jenny, and I would send a message, and I would say, hey Jenny, I noticed you engaged. Whoops, sorry. I noticed you engaged in one of my previous posts, and I figured we connect. That's it. Okay, and you send that, you do, and then if you're doing the same thing for a couple people, make your life a lot easier. Copy it, go to Robert, the next person here, message, right? And then you're going to paste that in. Obviously, you're going to change their name. Whoops, sorry, I think I clicked on something by accident. Right, change their name right there. His name is not Jenny. Hey Robert, I noticed you engaged in one of my previous posts, and I figured we'd connect. Right, so I'm going to do a thumbs up. Boom. And then I would go to Florida Liza and say the same thing. Oh, it looks like we had a little bit of a conversation so far. So in that case, since we had a conversation, oh, okay, so she sent me some of these pictures here. Yeah, I wouldn't really engage much in chats like this. I mean, it's very nice of her. I think I actually had a she had a conversation. Once you have a lot of messages, guys, you could know who really you're able to have a conversation that's going to be worthwhile with or not. So yeah, you'll be able to determine that with experience of continuing to message people. So okay, that's good. Let me just make sure on our comments here. Hope that helps, Ajit. Great job. I look forward to meeting you in Vegas. Same here. So let me just take one quick look at the conversation here. So that's what you do, guys. You add them as friends, and you engage in a conversation. Do the same thing with comments as well, because these are people that are actually engaging in your post. Don't just share posts all the time, guys. And rather I rather encourage you to post things of your own, a picture of yourself, a quote, something you made up, whatever it may be. Let me see if they actually answered. Where is he? Oh, Will Van is here. Okay, let's see. Yes, sir. Okay, so Will is actually open to working together. Great. Are you familiar with Kangen water? Hey guys, that's it right there. Now it looked like he logged off here, but this is going to lead somewhere. Okay, so that's one. And then Wanda, she answered as well. She said, yes, I did. Okay. I asked because there are a lot of different demos out there. And then what I would do is I would grab the one for Enagic, the one that I had here, and I would just paste it in there and ask her, did you see this one? let me just, anytime you post a link with a video, guys, this will come up. I would always exit out of that because then with that, it looks kind of spammy. Have you seen that specific one? I just want curious. Let's see, let's close out of this. Oh, we got another one, level the Facebook info. Great, Bridget, glad to have you here. Let me just see that other person's conversation where we're having. Don't think he answered. But anyhow, guys, you guys get the point. I respect you guys' time. We, kind of went over a little bit here because I really get excited about sharing with you guys. See, we got some more people accepting my friend request. And then, oh, that's another thing you would do. Click the ones that accepted your friend request, right? Click that box right there. It'll show you the ones that accepted your friend request. And then right click on them and do the same thing. And the message would be a little different with those people. Your message would be, hey, Randy. Whoops, sorry. It'll be, excuse me. Let me do it with Penny here. Leave page. Oh, Randy's right there. Okay, I'll stay on the page. So here's what I would say. I would say, whoops. Okay. Hey, Randy. Great to connect. That's all you're going to say. And that's it. You start your conversation like that. Great to connect. Right? Same thing with Penny. Hey, Penny. Great to connect. You don't have to be specific. Oh, I reached out to you. I connected with you because, you look like you're an entrepreneur. You got mutual friends and all. Hey, Penny. Great to connect. That's all. Keep it simple. Guys, I'm going to end it on that. Let me check the questions here before I close out. Hope you guys got a lot of value today. Thank you. No problem, Shelly. Appreciate you. Rock and roll, guys. Anything you need help with, reach out to me. I'm here to help. And I want you guys to have as much success as possible. So with that said, guys, we'll wrap this call up, this hangout out. And have a great night. Rock and roll in your business. Share the water. And yeah, keep me updated. Keep us updated as a team. I'm going to put a post here in the group. Let me know if you got some value from this hangout. And anything I could do to help. And let's rock and roll, guys. Have a great night. And I'm going to get back to my messages and have some more people come on board tonight. I hope you do the same thing. All right, guys. Much love.